Welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream. How you doing? I'm Jim. Welcome to Pest Control for the People. Pest Control for the People. Excellent stuff. Hey, what was the temperature like by you today? Okay, by me it was 65 degrees. February, end of February, 65 degrees. I'm in the North Country, as they call it, northern New York, just by the Canadian border. You know, you heard about Lake George or Lake Placid. You know, Lake Placid. Everybody's heard of Lake Placid, Saratoga. You know, areas you might know in New York, northern New York, Niagara Falls, not too far from there. Well, anyway, close to the Canadian border. 65 degrees today. You know what that means? You know, I know what that means. That means pests are starting to wake up. They're going to think it's springtime. You know, you get 2 days in a row of 50 degrees and higher, and they're going to start stirring. They're going to start waking up. You know, ticks are already on the move. I've already got reports of people coming home with ticks on their dogs from the park, from the woods, from going on their walks and stuff. You know, ticks in February. Can you imagine in the Northeast? Ticks in February in the Northeast. You know, global warming, you know, climate change, it's happening because we're a seasonal business, pest control in the Northeast, and it's been shifted a whole month. You know, we used to stop but now we're starting a whole month earlier, and we're going a whole month later. So you know the season has grown. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good thing if you like the summer. It's a bad thing if you're a snowmobiler. You know, that's probably not a good thing for you because you probably didn't get on it this year at all. I know I could see my lawn just about the whole year. It's only snowed here like 4 times where I had to use my snowblower. Like, so I mean, it's only end of February. We got another month to go, but hell, man, it's one hell of a mild winter, and that means the pests are waking up. Now, this live stream has been brought to you by Bug MD. Bug MD is all natural products. Okay, all natural products, safe around humans, safe around pets, safe for the environment. All right, and it's a broad spectrum pesticides, essential oils. Basically, it's cottonseed oil and clove oil, which I use professionally. I'm a licensed pest control technician in New York. It's what I do for a living, and I use this very same ingredients in other brands, in professional grade stuff that I use. But this is what we use: cottonseed and clove oil. We're an all-natural company. We use all natural products, eco-friendly products, safe for the environment. Very, very important, safe for the environment. And this Bug MD stuff, this is the essential pest control kit, right? Seamus is the cameraman. He's following me around. You know, keep Seamus, man. Say hi to Seamus in the chat if you want to say hi. Seamus is in there. He's doing really hard. He's going to zoom in when I tell him to zoom in. He's going to follow me around the room, try and keep it exciting for you. This is the Bug MD essential kit, right? Essential pest control kit, plant-based active ingredients formula. So it comes with one refillable bottle, 32 ounce bottle, 32, and it comes with 2 concentrate bottles that you can fill up. This is good for ants, ticks, fleas, bed bugs, mites, roaches, spiders, flies, all your nuisance pests. This is good for cottonseed oil. Let me see if it says it on the back. What it says: active ingredients is clove oil and cottonseed oil. Okay, and it's distilled with soap and water. You know, you can't get more safe than this. It's not going to stain. It's not going to run. It's not going to cause any issues around your house. You can use this liberally. It has no adverse effects to humans. It affects the bug's nervous system. Okay, they have a different nervous system than we have. Okay, we're mammals. They're not mammals. They have a different nervous system, and the natural effects, the natural defenses of these plants to repel insects. It works really, really well. The problem is it breaks down the environment, so you have to reapply it often. That's the problem. That's the problem with the stuff. Is it's not a problem. It's very good because it's safe around you, right? You don't want something that's around your house. You get these guys come in, spray these chemicals around your house, these synthetics, and it's good for 90 days, they tell you. So that's something, lingering around your house where your kids are crawling on the floor, your pets are licking everywhere, and that's lingering around your house for 90 days. That can't be good for you, right? Matter of fact, they're going to probably be pulling those synthetic products off the market. They're going to go to all essential oils, all natural products, pyrethrins, stuff like that. Okay, but this is the Bug MD, and you can use this liberally. It means you can use it all the time, everywhere. Very safe. Cottonseed and clove oil. You can't get better than that. Okay, you can't get better than that. Safely kills ants, fleas, ticks, bed bugs, mites, roaches, flies. All right. As with anything, some people might be allergic. You might have a skin allergy to it, but that's people have allergies to essential oils. That's not that it's harmful. Okay, it's an allergy, right? And it does happen. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen, and it's good for mosquitoes. Very good stuff. Two of Mother Nature's most potent bug-busting essential oils: clove oil and cottonseed oil. Now, the cool thing is, clove oil has a very attractive scent to it. It attracts insects to it. It's also very deadly, so it attracts them to it, and get on, and they're dead within 24 hours after coming into contact with it. Okay, let's open her up and take a look. Designed to kill on contact, help knock out insects, plant-based active ingredients, indoor and outdoor use, family safe. And like I said, now it's got the concentrate bottles. It comes with 2 concentrate bottles. Now this is on sale, right? I mean, you have to get it because everybody needs to do pest control. Everybody needs to do pest control, whether you hire somebody like me to come and do it during the day, or whether you do it yourself at night or the weekends at night. Pest control at night. We're going to do pest control at night, like Batman. But you have to do something. You have to keep your biggest investment is your home, right? You want to protect your home from these things. Now, wood destroying insects, carpenter ants, termites, they can destroy your home. Okay, other insects are going to get inside and cause disease and staining and smells and all kinds of stuff. This is the Bug MD. This is the concentrate. It comes with 2 of these, okay? And like I said, it's on sale. It's 30% off. Buy it now. Like I said, it was 65 degrees today, okay? You're going to have to get something. This is going to be something you can use liberally around. Now, here comes the spray bottle that it comes with, right? Now, you mix it right up in the spray bottle, and then you can just get the concentrate and make more sprays, and you just spray this contact. It's a contact kill, but it also has residual properties in it, so that it lasts a while, so that the bugs are going to be attracted. Like I said, it's going to be attracted to the clove oil, right? Clove oil has a very attractive scent to it, and between the clove oil and the cottonseed oil, I think it's going to kill them within 24 hours. Bug MD Essential Pest Control Kit. Like, okay, this was brought to you by. They sent this to me for free to review, and it works really good. I know it works because I use that ingredients every day. Okay, I use those ingredients every day. The Bug MD. Okay. Now we're going to talk about mice too. We're going to talk about mice. Mice. It's been a weird season for mice because it hasn't been that cold. Well, it's been cold, but it hasn't been snowy. So that, there's been food exposed for them. It's not all covered with snow, right? But what you want to do, springtime, fall, go around your house, go around your foundation. You want to seal any entry points that are coming around. And this stuff is copper mesh. You're going to love this stuff, okay? It's really good. It's like, you ever bite into tin foil, aluminum foil, you get the heebie-jeebies, you don't want to bite metal, right? That's kind of what this is. It's easily, you can tear it off easy, okay? So even though it's copper, that's copper, so it don't rust. It's not going to leave rust stains down the side of your house. Like if you see people sticking the Brillo pads up there, and you can see a soapy mess come down because the rain's going to come down and cause a staining mess. This is copper. It's not going to rust, okay? And you can ball it up. You can spread it out, ball it up, stick it into any hole around your pipe chases, around your gas line, around your electric line, around your generator. Your siding. Okay, if you have a vinyl siding and you have the corners around your house, the bottoms of the corners are wide open. Now, mice are going to come around your foundation. They're going to find their way in around there, and they're going to get in around the basement. They're going to get in. They can climb. They can get up to the attic. They can get up, and I've seen them climb right up the side of houses. They can. They're very good climbers. But you want to do everything you can to discourage them from getting in. Now, like I said, they're going to chew. So you're going to have to do this every 2 to 3 years, something like that, depending on where you are. the house settles, it cracks, they chew, okay, it freezes. All these things happen over time. It's not a one-time and done type of thing. It's something you have to do all the time, and it's not too hard to do. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket appliances, right? Like so, you can very easily go around on your hands and knees and seal up anything. Use some caulking. I've got later on. We've got some expandable foam and with an applicator gun. You know, you hate it to use great stuff. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love. Stick around for this. You're gonna love great stuff. To talk about when we talk about great stuff. Anyway, copper mesh, good stuff. You're gonna need this stuff. Put it around any opening that's in your house. James, you're making me dizzy. Follow me around. So stay put. Right. So the next thing I have is bait stations. These are our protector landscape stations. They call them landscape stations. They look like plastic rocks, like granite rocks, but let me show you one. This is a used one. I've used this one in the field, okay? Looks like a granite rock. So you can see down under here, it's got two holes. So the mice go in there. You put these holes up against the house, up against the foundation. You put the holes against the wall because they're going to be traveling with their against the wall usually, right? And I think I have this unlocked. So it's got these 4 posts in here. I don't know if you can see the posts with the light. It's got 4 posts in here. You're going to put the bait in the posts. You're going to close it up, lock it up, right? They're going to go in there. They're going to eat the bait. Now stick with me. I'm going to show you the safest bait to use, the best bait to use, in my opinion, and the safest bait to use. It's going to be good for the environment. It's going to be good for your pets. It's going to be safe. The safest poison you can use. I'm going to show you. Stick with me. But these are the bait stations. What you're going to do with these is you're going to put one. There's 4 in the box. You're going to put 1 on each side of the house. Okay. So there's 4 sides. You get 4 of them, right? Now mice are going to go to these and start establishing those as food sources. They're going to lay their trails, their scent trails to these stations outside. Right now, their scent trails are coming in your house. We want to break that, make them go to the outside stations. So they're going to go to the outside stations, right? And over time, they're going to make that strong. So you just got to keep putting bait in those outside stations, okay? Keep checking them on a regular basis. Keep uninterrupted supply of bait to those stations. They make that trail to those stations really strong. They forget about the trail going into your house because they're following that. Now, the bait we're going to use, there's all different kinds of bait you can use, okay? Now, there's baits that are going to knock them down, kill them really quick. There's going to be baits that are slow-acting poisons. There's going to be baits that there's no antidote for. There's going to be baits that are antidotes for. I'm going to show you a bait has antidotes for, okay? But we're going to get to that in a second. This is the inside stations, okay? Little black plastic box, triangular box, stick it in the corner. You're going to put these under your kitchen sink, in your attic, in your basement, your utility closet, okay? Again, mice are going to crawl in here. They're going to access the bait. You can see this bait was even eaten a little bit. You can see it was a little bit nibbled off of there, right? So this bait is very good bait. We're going to talk about this bait in a minute. Bromadiolone is the active ingredient. You're going to love it. You're not going to, don't eat it. But it goes in there. They go in there. They eat a lethal dose. And it takes 3 to 5 days for the poison to work. All right. So it's not fast acting. It's slow acting poison. So they don't realize what's killing them. They don't become bait shy. So they're never going to become bait shy with this bait. Stick with me. I'm going to show you what bait I'm using. Don't you want to know? Matter of fact, let's keep moving. But these things are great bait stations for the inside of your house, to monitor what's going on, knock down what's going on inside the house. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about how this whole thing works. Bell Labs. Back with Bell Labs, my favorite of Bell Labs. These are the we call them T-Rex. They're T-Rex traps. They're basically rat traps. They're big heavy duty traps, and they're going to snap. They're going to snap. Rats, flying squirrels. They'll do mice, but they're your typical plunger snap trap. Okay, but they're heavy duty stuff. They'll obliterate a mouse. Really, they're heavy duty for gray squirrels. They're not going to kill gray squirrels. They're going to piss them off. The gray squirrels are going to get caught. You're going to hear a hell of a noise up. They might die eventually, but not right away. Flying squirrels, red squirrels, yeah, dead meat. You put these little peanut butter on them. You put them out there. You know, they sniff, eat a little peanut butter, zam, boom, bang, and boom. But see, but you got a mess. You got a mess. You got to clean up with these things, right? Same thing. You might notice I don't have any glue boards in my stream. We don't use glue boards. We don't use snap traps. We like to do an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing where you're not cleaning up messes. You don't have mice dying in your house. You don't have them stuck in glue traps where only half their legs are stuck in there because they chewed their way out of them, and or the snap traps with their guts are hanging out. We don't want to deal with that messy crap. We don't want to deal with that disgusting stuff. Okay, this is the year 2024. We don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. We're going to show you the next bait. It's called Contract Blocks by Bell Laboratories. Again, I said I love Bell Laboratories. Bell Laboratories is really good. And if you have questions, you can call Bell Laboratories. They'll answer your questions about anything, about secondary poisoning, about they have all these kind of studies that they do. Cornell University does a lot of studies about, will an owl get poisoned if it eats a mouse? Will an eagle get poisoned if it eats a mouse? And it's like next to nothing with this bait, with the Contract Blocks. The secondary poisoning are nothing, zero, 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 zero. So here it is. This is the bait right here. Okay, it's a bromadiolone. It's active ingredient. It's called bromadiolone. It's a vitamin K deficiency anticoagulant, right? So it's going to cause them to bleed to death, right? It's going to cause them to bleed to death. Well, like I said, it's slow acting, so they don't know what's going on. But so their instinct when they feel ill is to search for water. So they're going to usually die outside the house, where they're going to go search for water and die outside. Like I said, out of sight, out of mind, right? They're going to eat this bait. It's going to take a couple of days for it to work. They're going to feel ill. Gives them enough time to get outside the house, and they're going to die outside. You're never going to have to worry about cleaning up a dead mouse, snap trap, glue trap, anything like that. This stuff works great. Will it once in a while? Will a mouse get trapped in the house and die? It does happen from time to time, but it's designed to work this way, where they feel ill and they go outside. Really good stuff. Works really well. And the really good thing about it is, I told you it's a vitamin K deficiency bait. Let's say a dog, the neighbor's cat, got into it, which doesn't ever happen, right? If you're safe with it. That vitamin K shot, fix them right up. Usually we're talking about mouse-sized portions of poison. When you're dealing with a dog, even if it's a Chihuahua, you're talking about something that's 10 times the size of the mouse, right? So you're dealing with size. It's going to upset their stomach. They're not going to feel great. Vitamin K shot fixes them right up. If you're using this bait, right? If you're using this bait, Contract Blocks by Bell Laboratories. I mean, you can use, there's a lot of different baits out there, and there's reasons to use other baits, right? So don't get me wrong, this isn't the only bait on the world, and it ain't the greatest bait, end all, be all. But for what we're trying to do and what we need to do, and we have kids in the yard, we have pets in the yard, we have neighbors, we have stuff, we want to be safe. We want to be as safe as possible. So we don't want to have something that's fast-acting knockdown effect unless we need it, right? Unless we need it. So that's the way I talk about that. Now, I told you about the great stuff. This is the Pest block. So this is it's got it's the expandable foam, but it's got the capsaicin pepper inside the foam, so they're not going to chew through the foam. It's got a Pest block to it, and it comes with the applicator. This gun, as long as you have the cylinder on the gun, it won't clog, and you have the trigger. It's very precise. Now everybody's fear with the expandable foam, it's like the Blob from the old movie, where it just expands, and it's like this big comedy sketch of getting swallowed up by the expandable foam. And then cleaning up the mess because it's sticky and it's all over everything, and you can only use the can one time and it's garbage. Those days are gone if you get this applicator. You get the trigger, you turn it off, and it's fine. And it comes with, there's a cleaner you can get. You can blast it with the cleaner every once in a while to clean out the gun. But as long as you keep the canister on the gun, you can use it over and over again. It's worth the investment. If you're that guy that's always throwing away cans of great stuff because they're always spent, they're always dried out, this is what this is what you want. This is perfect for you. Now, I don't have it. I have it in the other room. Actually, I didn't bring it in with me. I bring it inside. I don't leave it in my truck because I don't want it to freeze overnight. So I bring it inside every night when I come home. But it's in the other room right now. But yeah, we use those for seal outs. I go around the base, any kind of opening, I just do a little and spray a little bit, and it expands. If it gets too much, I can wait for it to dry, and it dries pretty quickly, and then you can cut it, make sure it's dry, and you can cut it pretty easily. That's the great stuff with the Pest block. Okay. I've been babbling on like a baboon, and I didn't look at the comments at all the whole time. I didn't have any, so we didn't miss much, right? Do, 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 do. Hide that. Let's go over here. Do, do. I don't think I'm live there at all. I don't know what happened. All right, where am I at? I got sidetracked. I saw something funny. Hey, what's going on? So we're back here with the great stuff. All right, like I said, this I don't have with me. I had it in my truck. Bee suit, okay, bee suit. It's worth the price to get a bee suit. It's going to cost you a couple $100 to call a company to come out and take care of a yellow jacket nest, bee's nest, and the property, hornet's nest. God forbid a hornet's nest. I can show you videos of me taking these things down with the suit on. It's very easy. If you got a freestanding nest and you got the suit on, you walk up to the nest with a bag, you bag it up, you throw a little of the product, whatever product you have, and you got a couple of products in there, and you shake her up, and it's dead, right? If you have the suit on, you don't have to worry about getting stung, right? I do it very, very, very quickly. It takes me 5-10 minutes to take care of a nest with the suit. Very, very easy, but it's going to cost you a couple $100 to have me come out and do it. The suit's on sale. It's $30 for the suit. I mean, it's worth the $30. Believe me. If you're a do-it-yourself or homeowner, it's worth having the suit. You know, the one nest pays for itself. It pays for itself. One nest. All right, and that's on sale. On sale. Of course, it's on sale. Now you're not going to have to worry about it. At least in the Northeast where I am, wasps are going to start coming out. You're going to see black wasps at the end of March. Well, right now it's 65 today. They could be coming out. You get a couple of 65-degree days, they'll be coming out early. But you'll have the black wasps first. Then you'll have carpenter bees. Obviously, carpenter bees come out, bastards, and then of course you got your yellow jackets, those sons of bitches, and your hornets, right? They come out. They're going to come out around June, end of June, mid-June, end of June. At least where I am in the Northeast, right? If you're down south, it's a little different, but this here is the Wonder Side, ready to use. Again, I have it here. I'll show you. I told you at the beginning, if you weren't here at the beginning, 2 days, 50 degrees, and the ticks are moving. I've already had people tell me they've brought ticks home on their dogs. Now I'm in the Northeast. I'm close to Canada. I'm north. Okay. We're gonna get this. This thing is great. This is the kind of stuff I use this professionally. Cedar and clove oil, okay, all the time. Cedar and cinnamon oil. This thing here is a Wonder Side, flea and tick, kills, repels, and prevents. Where does it say now? Here it says cedarwood oil, sesame seed oil, cedar and sesame seed oil. Okay. Now I know for a fact I use cedarwood oil for ticks, and I have zero problems with all my customers. They love it. It works really well. This stuff here, now I use a $300 piece of equipment. It's like $500 piece of equipment where I go and I mist the whole yard. This, you hook this right up to your hose. You screw that up to your hose and you just spray that out there. You turn the applicator on, turn the water on, and you spray around the perimeter of your house, and you spray the lawn, and it kills all the ticks on the property and all the fleas on the property too. If you got fleas, it'll kill those too. And all you do is you attach it to the hose and spray. This stuff, again, all natural stuff. It's going to last about 30 to 40 days in the yard. So, once a month, you're going to want to reapply it. And you're going to do that. Now, we normally do it April through October. But like I said, a couple of days of 50 degrees, the ticks are going to be on the move. Now, the ticks usually have their first meal in April when it starts getting warm. They might have it March. March, April. So they might have it in March this year if it's going to be warm. So you want to have that product out there in March in time, so they don't have that meal. Then they're going to lay their eggs, and then you're going to have trouble, right? Then you're going to have trouble. You want to head that off, get this out there early. Get it all on your lawn, get it all around. Now what you want to do is you want to put on around the brush line of your house, right up in your yard. Any animal that brings a tick onto the property, they're going to course through this. The animal's going to be fine. This is safe around animals, right? But it's going to kill the tick. All right, works really well. You're going to be happy you took care of this. You got your kids in the yard, you got your pets in the yard. You want to enjoy your yard. You spend a lot of time. You spend a lot of time working on your yard to make it beautiful, right? don't have these ticks laying around. Attack Lyme disease. You don't want to get that. Okay, you don't want to get Lyme disease. You don't want to get Lyme disease. It's not fun, right? It's like an occupational hazard for me. I walk through brush all day long while I'm treating. I got to check myself every day when I come home from work, make sure I don't have any ticks on me. You don't want Lyme disease. We have a couple of guys that have gotten Lyme disease in the past. It's not fun. It's not good for them. It'll take away your livelihood for sure. So that's the Wondercide ready to use flea and tick spray. Okay, flea and tick spray, good stuff. All right, the next thing I have on here is the ARX. So this is ARX. I got the ARX. Here it is, the ARX. ARX is a pyrethrin and phenythyl propropiate, right? Phenythyl propropiate. Make sure you say that 3 times fast. But it's a pyrethrin, which makes it based on a chrysanthemum plant. Okay, repellent. Works really well to repel insects around your house. It's deadly. Chrysanthemum plant pyrethrin is very, very deadly to insects. Okay, safe around you. Now, I'm going to say it one time only. Pyrethrin. Okay, you want a pyrethrin. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. It might be a little offensively loud. Pyrethrin is natural. That they got that from the chrysanthemum plant. When they got that, they made it from the chrysanthemum plant. They called it pyrethrin. Now, you can also get something that's pyrethoid. Right? You get some products that are pyrethoids. Those products are man-made in a lab, chemically made now. They may not be chemicals. They may be natural stuff made in a lab. They're synthetic. Okay, I'm not no scientist. I'm not no chemist, but that stuff is no good for you. That stuff lasts around your house 90 days, laying around your house 90 days. You don't want that stuff around your house. This stuff's going to break down the environment 30, 35 days, 40 days. You have to reapply it. You're going to put this in the cracks and crevices, your baseboards, your foundation, outlet covers, pipe chases. This stuff is good. This is good around wet areas, okay, where you can, like I said, pipe chases, stuff like that. Wet areas around door jams, window jams, window frames. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is good for. Now it says it on here, but I'll read it out to you. Kills now, and it repels ants, carpet beetles, carpenter ants, carpenter bees, centipedes, chocolate moths, clover mites, cockroaches, crickets, drugstore beetles, earwigs, elm leaf beetles, fleas, millipedes, pillbugs, scorpions, silverfish, spiders, termites, and troglodytes. Really good on spiders. I use this on spiders a lot. Again, there's pros and cons to using a repellent. Now, like I said, the pyrethrin is a repellent. Some of the store-bought products that you're going to buy, you're going to hear me talking about the repellents. You don't want to use repellents. You don't want to use repellents because a repellent without another form, a repellent might drive them deeper into your walls. They may just avoid it. Okay, they may just avoid it. So you have to do a 2-prong approach. You want to do an all-natural essential oil. So this might chase them to another area of the house. So you want to make sure you have that cottonseed oil, that sesame seed oil, and that cedarwood oil, in other spots of the house. That borate salts. We're going to talk about borate salts and the pyrethrins in another bit. You want to have that in other places so that it's inert. And they don't realize they get it on them. So you got to use a 2-prong approach. But this stuff is really good. And again, I said it's a repellent, right? So you're going to put this around places where you want to drive them away from. You want to drive them away, right? Nature Side aerosol. We got Nature Side aerosol. This stuff is another all-natural product you can use liberally, like the Bug MD stuff that we've sponsored. We got the Bug MD stuff still sitting over here. This is also, I believe, clove and cottonseed oil. Yep, clove and cottonseed oil, right? Clove and cottonseed oil, and this is multiple indoor pests. This is like when I say all your nuisance pests, anything you can think of, and I can go through the whole list. But light, gentle spray will kill on contact just about everything. Okay, there's no known health risks to humans. It's non-flammable. It's really good. It's very good, broad spectrum, safe. You can use this all the time, like over and over again. There's no limit. Shake well before using. Precautionary statements. So you don't want to put this in your eye. That's the only thing it says. Don't put it in your eye. All right. If you put it in your eye, you want to rinse with water for 15 minutes. Now, of course, as if with anything, there are people that might be allergic to cottonseed oil, right? Clove oil, maybe. So you're going to be careful if you have an allergy. That's an allergy. That's not for the rest of us, right? That's just for you because you have an allergy. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. I'm just going to tell you how to dispose of it, right? Okay, all-purpose insecticide, naturecide. This is a really good stuff, and its other ingredients are soap and water. So again, we're talking about something that's not going to stain, right? It's not going to stain anything in the house or anyway you're going to use this. You can use it really, really, really liberally. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. All right, we're going to go to the next one. This is the Max Flores Fleet. I think this is the ant gel. It's in here somewhere. I got all three of these bad boys in here. Yeah. Get the Max Force Fleet in the boom. So it comes in a syringe like this one. This one I've been using. This is not natural. It's fipronil. Fipronil is the active ingredient, and depending on, this is the Fleet, so it's going to have different other ingredients. And you're going to put this out. This is a gel bait. Ants are going to be attracted to this. Ants can't eat solid food. They like the gel bait because they can eat it themselves. They don't. What ants normally do is you'll see the ant carrying stuff back. You see in the cartoons, they're always carrying stuff back to the nest. They're always carrying stuff back to the anthill, right? Well, they're carrying it back because they can't eat it themselves. They're carrying it back because they're going to feed it to the larvae in the colony, right? And the colony turns it into food for them, right? So this they love because they don't have to bring it back to the colony. They can eat it right there, and it's a killer. It's going to kill them right away. Now, of course, they're going to bring it back, feed it to the larvae. The larvae is going to kill the rest of the colony. So now the way ants work, ants are a complete metamorphosis, right? So they go egg, larvae, pupae, adult, 4 stages. Depending on where you are, it could be 2 to 10 months from egg to adult, right? The larvae is the stomach of the colony. Like I said, they can't eat solid food. So they bring everything back to give it to the larvae. And the larvae eats the solid food and churns up this gel or whatever, this paste that they eat. And that's what they eat, right? Unless they're, farming aphids. They farm aphids. That's pretty good stuff too. But anyway, you put this out in cracks and crevices, areas where you see them roaming freely, right? And you're going to see them go for it, chopping it up and bringing it back to the nest. Now, works really well, kills the queen, works really well, it takes a few days, works really well. And that's by Bayer, okay? And that's the Fleet. That's the Fleet gel. Okay, we have other gels too. We got the roach gel. We got roaches. We have 2 different types of roach bait, depending on, again, they all have the same active ingredient, the fipronil, right? But they have different inert ingredients, attractants, right? So one is greasy, one is oily, one is sweet, so they're all different depending on what the colony needs. They're going to go for different baits. And it also depends on, roaches are funny. You got to, not that they're funny, they're pretty hilarious, right? Roaches are hilarious, but they're getting their food and they're getting it from somewhere else. So they're not going to go for your bait if they can go to the toaster and eat crumbs all night, or they can go to the top of the stove and eat grease that's on the top underneath the stove. You lift up the stove under there. A lot of people don't know there's an under there. I go to people's houses, I lift it up, I go, see, this is it right here. They're eating all of this, but so you got to clean. Number one thing is clean, right? Any pest at all needs 3 things: food, water, shelter. You get pests, you want to remove one of those 3 things or all 3 of those things: food, water, shelter. And there's also what we call conducive conditions. There's a reason why the pest found your house. Okay, could be an overhanging tree, could be a flooding situation, could be that you keep your wood too close, could be you have a bird feeder too close to the house, could be you have rotten wood from a leaky skylight. There's reasons why pests find your house. Okay, and if you keep up with your property, you have less likelihood of having pest problems. Okay, of course, either you're paying money to prevent it from happening, or you're paying money after it happened, right? So it's up to you. It's up to you, right? All right, and the Max Force Roach bait, we got two. Like I said, we got two different kinds. We got the white kind, we got the brown kind, the Impact, and it all just depends on what the colony needs at that time. Okay, and okay, I go into these restaurants and they got grease on the walls, and they're not going to go for the bait if they're eating grease, or it's you got to remove the other food sources for anything to be successful. All right. Oh, let's talk about the mouse bait. I told you it's a vitamin K deficiency. If you're leaving out dog food, cat food, horse food, the dry food, dry animal food, it's got vitamin K in it. And if the mice are eating the dog food, they're not going to die from the bait. It gives them the vitamin K that they're missing so they're not going to die. So that's a drawback, but it's also a good thing. So if your dog's eating dry dog food, you don't have to worry about them ever getting poisoned from this bait, right? But that's that. So now an applicator. We got the applicator. I just got this one. This was brand new. This one doesn't have any product in it. It's brand new. You fill this up here. You open this up. You put your little product in there. We use dust product. I'm going to have one dust product, a couple coming up. There's all different kinds. Again, we got pyrethrins, we've got borate salts. We've got silicates and different, but they're all powders. And you put them in here. You open this up. You shake it up. It's got little balls in there. You can hear the balls in there to shake it up. And you just give it a little puff, and it puffs out the dust. And you puff this around your pipe joints, around your outlet, take your outlet covers off back into the walls, around your baseboards, around your window jams. And you just put a little dab will do you, a little dust, little puff. You want to make sure it gets behind everything. You don't want it exposed out in the open. You don't want it exposed out in the open. Even though you're using all natural stuff that's safe around people, you don't want it out in the open. Okay, so that's the applicator. And the dry on dust, which I didn't bring in. I have it. I had it right here. But no, I don't have it. I had it. The other applicator I had the dry on dust in it. Dry on dust, we're going to look at it right now. It's a pyrethrin, it's a pyrethrin dust. So it's got, and I think it's got silicates in it too. It's a repellent. They don't like it. You're gonna get a reaction using this stuff. It's gonna get them moving. I like to use this stuff when I find the nest, whether it's an ant nest or a bee's nest or a yellow jacket's nest, because this they don't like this stuff. It's a good reaction. It's a good knockdown kill capabilities. Yep, and that's the dry on dust. Okay, and I'm not going to go into too many more products as far as the dust goes, because depending on the state you're in as to what you can get, there's different dust. There's borate salts. You just read the ingredients of what you're using. Okay, you want to be able to use something that's all natural. All natural stuff is the best stuff to use. You just have to maybe use it a little more often, once a month instead of once every 3 months, quarterly, right? But you don't want something that's hanging around 4 months in the cracks and crevices of your house. It's not good for you. Okay, if it's lasting that long, you don't want it. You don't want to come in contact with that stuff, right? So the stuff we use, it's all natural. Everything I've talked to you about, except for a couple of things, like, of course, mouse bait is poison. The ant bait, the Fripinel, the roach bait, that was poison. But everything else was all natural product, all natural, either a plant or a salt or an oil, right? One or the other. All essential oils, good stuff. We're going to go back to who made this all possible. Was the Bug MD starter kit. Bug MD starter kit's on sale, 30% off. Now, we were talking earlier, it was 65 degrees here where I am in the Northeast. I'm north of Albany, New York. I'm about an hour north of Albany, not far from the Canadian border, Lake George area, if you're familiar. But Lake Placid, Saratoga, all in there. 65 degrees today. So if it's 50 degrees for 2 days or more in a row, ticks are moving. The ticks are moving, man. So, I've already had reports of people with ticks on their dogs. I mean, I was out today. Things were flying around. I don't know if you were out today, but there was things flying around. Stink bugs, lady beetles, flies. they're out there. It's a couple of warm days. They wake up, they think it's spring, they're ready to go. They're just waiting for the to warm up. Okay, you have to be ready for them. And okay, we all have to do something. You have to do some kind of pest control. Okay, remember you've got a backyard, you've got a basement, you've got a house, you got the biggest investment that you have. You want to protect it. A carpenter ant colony can do significant damage. And what's scary about the carpenter ants and the termites is it's 3 years usually before you even realize they're there, because they're nocturnal. They're moving around at night when you don't see them. And a lot of times they're in the walls where you don't see them. They'll have a whole area of the house empty, like all carved out, ready to collapse by the time you find out that they're there. So do preventative by putting stuff out now before they get there, right? Before they get there. And that's that. So the Bug MD, we got the Bug MD Essential Control Kit. Get yours, order it today. This might be what you need. But we all need something. We all need something, like I said. And this is a broad spectrum. It's going to handle a lot of what you're going to need to deal with over the summertime to take your yard back, right? You want to take your yard back. All right. So that's it. We're pretty much done. We're going to call it a night now on Amazon, and I may do some more work on other platforms for other things, but that's all for now. All right. I will see you next Tuesday. Bring your questions. We're gonna probably do another pest control for the people next Tuesday. Most of the stuff will be, questions and answers. You can ask me anything if you want, and we'll be here Tuesday, 8 o'clock. So come check it out. All right. In the meantime, we can say hasta luego.